Okay, here we are. We're going to go ahead and work on problem 2 of our Unit 3B test review. You'll notice that I've already started by plotting triangle ABC on my graph to the right. I realize that BC is looking a little squiggly, but hey, nobody's perfect, right? So, looking at the first question, find the perimeter of the triangle formed by those points. Okay, so I'm thinking perimeter. Perimeter is going to be the addition of all sides. Now, reading the directions a little more carefully, I noticed I'm supposed to round to the nearest tenth, which probably means I'm going to have some calculator action coming in. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to switch colors so that we can see the difference. But I'm noticing that my three sides of this triangle, they are not horizontal or vertical, so counting them off just isn't going to work smoothly. So I'm going to go ahead and move around the triangle and kind of create a rectangle around the original, which also provides me with several different right triangles, all of which I feel like I'm able to do a little bit more with. So now that I've gone around the outside here, I'm going to go ahead and count off the length of the sides of those right triangles. I can do this because they're both vertical and horizontal. So this portion is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go ahead and label carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then finally, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now moving back over to the left. I'm going to go ahead and start. Why don't we go a little bit with some alphabetical order? We'll start with side AB. Okay, side AB, where are you? There you are. So I noticed that you're a right triangle that has legs of 3 squared plus another leg of 11 squared. And that's going to be equal to the side that I want. We'll just go ahead and call it x squared. So 3 squared is 9 plus 11 squared is 121 is equal to x squared. Go ahead and simplify this. This is 130 equal to x squared. I'm going to go ahead and square root both sides. And that means that x is approximately 11.4. Okay, moving on. Why don't we go ahead and do AC? AC, where are you? There you are. So you're also a right triangle. You have legs of 5 and 7. So using the Pythagorean Theorem, it's going to be 5 squared plus 7 squared is equal to x squared. Breaking this down, I've got 25 plus 49 is equal to x squared. We go ahead and combine. Now I'm looking at 74 is equal to x squared. I'm at the stage where I want to undo the squaring action, so I'm going to square root. And I'm left with x being approximately 8.6. Now on to our last one. We've done AB, we've done AC, which means we now need to do side either BC or CB, depending on how you want to write it. So BC is a right triangle with legs of 4 and 8. So once again, using the Pythagorean Theorem, 4 squared plus 8 squared is equal to the side that we want to know squared. 4 squared is 16 plus 8 squared is 64. These combine nicely to 80, equal to x squared. I'm going to undo both with the square rooting, and x comes out to approximately 8.9. Now, I'm finally feeling ready because the perimeter is the addition of all sides, and we now have the length of all sides, which means that the perimeter is equal to 11.4 plus 8.6 plus 8.9. Carefully using the calculator, this is going to simplify to 28.9. Okay, moving down to the second portion of this question. It says to find the area of the triangle by enclosing it in a rectangle. Well, I'll tell you what, I've already done that. I think it might be helpful to go ahead and recognize that with this rectangle, it has two larger sides that we should know about. This one was a length of 7 plus 4, which is 11. And this side, which already takes up the entire thing, but we'll go ahead and relabel it anyway, has a side of 8. Now that means that the area of the entire rectangle would be the 11 times 8. But I only want to get that orange triangle in the middle. So what I need to do is subtract away those 3 triangles that are outlined in blue. And in order to organize my work, I'm going to call this triangle 1. I'm going to call this triangle 2. And I'm going to call this triangle 3. I'm reminding myself that the area of what I want is equal to the area of the rectangle minus the area of the 3 triangles. Okay, here we go. Let's start with what we have. Area of the rectangle is going to be base times height, which we already have the numbers for. It's going to be 11 times 8, which comes out to 88 units squared. Now let's take one triangle at a time. I'm going to go ahead and start with triangle 1. We know that the formula for area of a triangle, why don't we write that over here to the side? Area of a triangle is equal to, you could think of this 2 ways. You could think of it as 1/2 base times height, or you could think of it as base times height over 2. This is the method that I'm going to go ahead and use for this problem. So for triangle 1, I have a base and height of 5 and 7. So this is going to be 5 times 7 over 2, which simplifies to 35 over 2, which reduces nicely to 17.5. Now, triangle 2, coming on over, that would be this one right here. You're going to notice that it has dimensions of 4 and 8, which are the 2 that we want. So the area would be 4 times 8 over 2, which simplifies to 32 over 2, which once again simplifies nicely to 16. Now, last one, triangle 3. Triangle 3 looks to have sides of 3 and 11. So this is going to be 3 times 11 divided by 2, which equals 33 over 2, which reduces nicely to 16.5. Now, getting back to what we have over here, we know that the area is equal to the rectangle minus the triangles. So let me find a little bit more space here for this monster. I'm finally ready to finish this thing out. So I know that the final area is going to be equal to my rectangle of 88 minus my 3 triangles, which were 17.5 minus 16 minus 16.5. Once you bust out the calculator and figured this one out, it ends up being 38, but remember it's an area question, so you want to make sure that you put units squared. Man, notice how important it was to organize that work. That was a lot. Feeling pretty good about it though. All right, thanks for watching.